Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel and thank you guys for clicking on this video. And as you may know already by the thumbnail and title, this is going to be part 2 of the Subaru flip. This is a 2007 Subaru Forester that I'm flipping, and if you've already seen the part 1, well, this is going to be welcome to part 2 because we have just got an offer and we may be selling the Subaru Forester now. So without further ado, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe down below because you guys should just subscribe anyway. And we will get right outside because it's so nice out and the car's outside and not in here. So let's get right out there and I'll see you guys out there. Let's get going. Alright guys, the day has come and this has finally sold, and I'm going to show you guys right here what it looks like now because it kind of looks different from before. I cleaned it up and I got the new rims on it with the summer tires. But I'm going to talk about what I did to it just a little bit later. But I'm going to show you guys this, and we finally sold the 2007 Subaru Forester. Alright, so guys, I'm so excited. Today is really nice out, and it has not been this nice out forever, it feels like. But it's like 70 degrees today, and it is so awesome. But we finally have sold the Subaru Forester. This is a 2007 Subaru Forester. I got it recently inspected. I got the front brake rotors and pads done. And then the rear ones didn't really need anything, so I didn't have to do anything. But I got the new rims on them with the summer tires. But I cleaned out the insides of it. I can't open the doors right now because I gave the guy who bought it the keys because he already gave me money. So it's kind of fair. He was going to pick it up later, probably tomorrow or the next day. So let me see if I can get, there you go. The inside is very clean, and yeah, it was all cleaned out. So we did have some issues because it did get a mouse in it. So there was a big mouse nest and there was a lot of seeds that it left in there, and it really smelled nasty. But I tried to really go thoroughly into it and clean it all out. So it should be pretty good now. It hasn't spilled out seeds for like a long time. So, but the headlights are nice and cleaned up. It looks really nice. It makes the whole car pop when the headlights are clean like that. So that's a good trick, if you guys don't know, is clean up the headlights and taillights and whatever. It makes the rest of the car look very, very clean. So yeah, I'm gonna go over the numbers for this in just a sec. Alright guys, so let's talk about the numbers here. So I actually got a $3,200 offer, and I actually accepted that offer for this car. And you know what? That's a great offer because we actually profited. Well, I'm going to let you guys know in a second, but we spent $1,700 or just a little bit less than that on the car, and just what we did on it was just, pricing the front rotors and putting a stabilizer link in, I think we put, no, we didn't, I think that was it for the other repairs. Yeah, we just did pads and rotors, and then we did the stabilizer link inspection, and I cleaned it up. We did the tire, we switched out the tires, we balanced the tires. We made sure everything was good, and that's really all we had to do with it. The most expensive thing was getting it registered and insured, and that was because I had to get it insured and registered because I couldn't take it on the road and I couldn't get it inspected. And the reason I really wanted to get this inspected because I wanted to be a faster sale, and people would be more likely to buy the car if it was already inspected. So I only spent $1,700 into this car. I bought it for $1,200 if you guys saw my previous videos. So make sure you guys go check out my other videos to make sure you follow along with me. But I only spent $1,200 on the car, and then I spent another $500 in repairs. If you already did the math, I profited $1,500 on this car, which is not a bad deal at all because I almost made as much as I put into it. So I'm very excited about this. It's very nice out, and I may be talking fast, and I'm sorry for that, but it is so nice out, and I'm so excited because it is a great day. I also sold a lawnmower for it today, and I also profited about $500 off of that. And I didn't really show you guys along with that, but I bought it last year. I put like $200 into it. I got a great deal with, it was 2 lawnmower deal, and I paid $150 for both. So I put in another like, $60 into the lawnmower I just sold, and I sold it for $700, and it was great. So that was awesome. So I hope you guys are really following along. I have been so excited about this, and it's very nice out, and I love it when it's warm weather. I have like seasonal depression, I think, I don't know, because whenever it becomes nice out, I just am so happy, and whenever it's cold, I hate it so much. So maybe I just need to move down south and not be in Vermont anymore, but I just don't really like the cold as much as I do the summer because it's so warm and nice out. I can just come out here in a t-shirt and just be very comfortable out here. And so I'm just so excited about this deal because making $1,500 and actually seeing a deal go through. But we can't really be totally excited and pumped about it because the car is still here, and you know, the deal's not done until it's done. And you know what a lot of people say is the game's not done until it's done, and the deals aren't done until it's completely done. So before this car is out of here and I actually have the cash in hand and it's in my bank account, this deal is not done. That's just to give you guys an idea of what this whole deal is right here and how much I put into it, what I did to it. And it was, you know, nice. It was, you know, struggling sometimes because we did have that mouse that got into it and it made a mess in the cabin air filter and all the air units. So I had to go in there and vacuum out the seeds. It took me like hours. I probably cleaned this car like 4 times, and I probably, you know, I don't know, vacuumed it like for hours, just trying to get it all cleaned up. But it is also right now fantastic inside, so it was a great turnout, and I'm glad I stuck to it and still cleaned it out. I guess I'll meet you guys in a second here when I'll talk about how all the closing of the sale and making sure that this was actually a completed sale, and you guys will know this right now. Well, I did it, guys, and I signed the papers, and the car is officially not mine anymore. But there's a little catch here, because if you're listening to me, I said the deal's not done yet until it's fully done. And well, that was kind of true in the situation, because I ended up only getting $3,000 for the car when I was expecting $3,200 for the car. And this was because he didn't drive it before when he looked at it. And when he came back, he said he wanted to take a drive, and I said, yep, that makes total sense. And he went around and he heard a noise, and I think I know of this noise anyway, and he said, well, you know, he gave me an offer for $2,800, and he didn't get that, and he ended up having to pay $3,000, which I was happy with because that was my minimum asking, and I knew that was kind of the range I was wanting to get anyway, is $3,000 to $3,500. So I wasn't really gonna go hard on him and negotiate anything more, because I was super happy with what he offered me for $3,000, and we could just sign the papers and be done there because he already had the cash in hand. And I was so happy when this was done and I just accepted the offer, because I was still making $1,300 profit on this car, which is still amazing, and it's not as good as $1,500 or as good as $1,800 profit, but it is still an amazing profit off this car, and where I can take the money and go get another one or go do something else with the money. And I didn't want to, you know, decline his offer and shoo him away, because maybe I wouldn't actually get a buyer for it, and maybe I ended up having to get less for the car anyway. But I just wanted to get the deal done, get it out of the yard. Didn't want to have to deal with anything anymore with it. And I was so happy that I got my minimum ask and I got the profit I wanted for it. Alright, well, I guess since the deal's done, that means that this video is pretty much all taken care of, except for, well, maybe if you guys can just leave me a couple comments of maybe if you think I should have done something differently, or maybe if you have any questions about doing a car flip or anything. And I totally could have made so much more money on this car if I didn't register, didn't really inspect it, or have to pay for insurance. But I thought those things were necessary to get the value out of this car that I wanted and be able to sell it for as much as I wanted. So sometimes you really do have to spend money to make money, and in this case, the whole scenario was that I had to spend money to make that money back. And it, you know, profited off very well. So don't be afraid sometimes, especially maybe like I was looking for vehicles to flip for lots of time, and I couldn't find anything. And whenever I saw something, I was a little scared of actually going into buying the car and actually doing it, because I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to sell it. I didn't want to waste my money on anything. But when this car came up, I was like, I absolutely knew this was the deal. I absolutely knew that this car would go for way more than I bought it for. And it was absolutely true, because I sold it for more. And I've even seen other cars on the market right now that are selling for, you know, right around that price or maybe a little bit more. But I think for that car, that market price, and for the miles it had, only 119,000 miles, it was very clean. It didn't have like any rust. So I thought this would be the best car to go and flip. So I was so ready to go and buy this car and be ready to flip this. And sometimes that's what it just takes for me. You know, when I question something, I just really don't want to go do it. And maybe that is good, because that means that it probably wasn't a deal. And this one actually was, and you can see that it was. So there's my take on that, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this whole little thing here. I hope you guys watched the first part. If you haven't, make sure you guys go watch the first part of this. And I talked about the car a little bit, and you get to see what it looked like before. And make sure you guys just also comment down below, look at the description down below, see what I wrote in there. Sometimes I leave some links. I say that you can, earn up to 100 tickets when you sign up for Yotta, and it's just a savings account that you can, win up to all the way up to $10 million for nothing, and make sure you guys go check those out. I hope you guys enjoy my video here, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and follow along with me more. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.